Good evening, everyone. It's Presly, Cadet, with the YUNG initials, and we're officially live here in Lehigh Acres, Florida, in respect of the region discovery, a new practice generated from the regional library in the Buckingham citizens, including the community services and resources available here at Goodwill, published recently on social media services. The guarantee of young man and in mission and missionary versus Mission Street, collaborated in California, New York, Southwest Florida. The growth and development known starter at Latter-day Saints discovery and church baptism and requests of the bishop, who formerly adjusted from one residency unto another. We now have a skincare and XS energy drink provision combined with the M-Way M-Track and services that was implemented in the synonym and antonym rhetorical review and placed in the four words that were combined to create the entire sentence. In the memory lane of the grape in purple, discovery for the grapefruit, we know the obvious of the dated time that it occurred and became official to the world in labor and in general. But speaking of young men particularly, we have the collaboration of nature itself and combined to the beauty and access of Hollywood, celebrities, and the young men infatuated in those celebrities. And therefore, when we look at the specified moments that we have in common in our community, we joyfully rejoice in contact with others who are in a similar field and are in acceptance of the hard work and labor that Americans, the Hispanics, and European countries traveled over and brought onto the American citizen status that involved the governed world that we today as young men face in our optimistic history. How is it optimistic? Well, when we leave behind a certain regret and we have forward a certain request, it might include bills, it might include work, it might include career, it might include sportsmanship. Either or will create something deficit or in deficit. When we have both and we're young at an age, in an image that is accepted in our discoveries geographically, we equal the art and the photography together in one combination to add upon ourselves a volume in our community fairs, greeting and meeting one another to equal a solid foundation. And mostly what we have in each business and what we have left are two different subjects. Therefore, we have the left, which is the owners who are to appear at the appeal and correct the corrections of the employees and the young men and women that are included in the business. And therefore, when we match the descriptions of the photographies, the Disney N and the Disney Plus, within the beauty match that will occur, the accuracy of protection in imagery patent ideas that are discovered are in jeopardy due to the amount of men and women at a young age available for the appeal that have left behind the young men to appeal the situation. And the subject might go off and on But yet, the criteria and the quality of it all, in the exposure of each photography, are to face the jeopardy of the individuals involved in the community based on the art that each business have discovered along their journey in the community. So the factor remain for the residencies that have been long become a resident of the community and aren't able to relocate due to children's bills, career, and adjustments that aren't provisionally available for their family. Now, the adjustments are in place in the housings and in the businesses at the same structure, but at a different level of architecture. And when we contact the real estate agencies and the architects and engineers, we also discover a new form of art and photography at the same entry level, but from two different perspectives. And now we have a great controversy in between the both. It accelerates itself based on the main foundation of I, an expression of Lulu.com and the username of white daughter, contradicting itself in the Purplet Inn, Daughter Resort, Hilton's Honors, Amway Products, and Amway.com, and all other businesses that are involved on a publishing in the community. And that itself have caused different aspects from ethnicities and colors. But in the beginning, I stated that the majority in the population had a belonging from the start of 2010 until the year of 2025, which was the white, the Hispanics, and the blacks. And if you look at the numbers on the chart, you will see the changes that occurred between the 2010 year and 2025 from the white to the Hispanics and onto the black community. And that is how you can place together the forward thought of the appeal that will emplace itself in the art and photography of your selective choice. In my assumption, I'm assuming that everyone have a selective choice of art and photography prepared in the community, awaiting on presentation for the entry of the changes that are to occur at any level and at any branch of education available to the youth and young men and adults in the Lehigh Acres community. Therefore, if the assumptions are to continue in education based on art and photography, then we have a change that will occur with the factor that will remain from what we left over in appeal. So one carrier have to have a carrier angle to create room for both capacity to withhold itself in the community by the end of each development. So precisely, we have to remember that we're not only going forward, but we're also going forward within, behind, and backtracking what we left behind forwardly. Both are particles of assessments. And in testing the reality of it all, there are some injuries and accidents that we can prevent from happening to those we call sons and daughters. afterwards, we most likely will recall that if you're not obligated to protect the art and the photography, then the damages will always reply from the photography itself onto the humanity next. And once the humanity come in the picture, it'll start from the age of 1 to 5, then 5 to 10, and from 10 to 21. And it'll go up from there to the seniors, and everyone will be in dangerous reaction from the focus. So the focus is to remain focused on the art and the photography itself as you prevail. Other than everything else is self-explanatory. If you're staring at the pages and you're putting together your own imagery and an idea from your own ideas in every business that you own or your family members own, then you have the realistic image in front of you to prepare yourself for your appeal. Thank you very much. Have a good night.